Guys, we have some Cardano news. Lord Charles Hodgkinson has revealed his plans. That's right. It looks like he is going to be a player in shaping cryptocurrency regulation for the next several years. He has been in talks with some high level senators and congresspeople on shaping crypto policy, and these people are probably even more important than Donald Trump because they're the ones actually writing the legislation. So let's actually take a look at it, what his evil plan is. I mean, it's not that evil, it's actually pretty good, but still, let's see what it is. So Hodgkinson stated that he's been talking with a lot of different senators and definitely engaging with the right people, indicating that the next 60 to 90 days will be crucial in seeing how these efforts come together. Now, it's kind of weird because that's before Trump even takes office and the new Congress takes office. He mentioned the possibility of traveling to Washington, D.C. in the coming week, depending on scheduling and the availability of other stakeholders. I already have some embedded people that have been in pretty deep conversations. So basically, like he's going to DC again, and he has said he has embedded people, which means he has people behind the scenes, emphasizing the depth of his team's involvement in ongoing discussions. And he himself has been meeting with a lot of different senators. He outlined a comprehensive plan involving three key avenues: administrative changes and rulemaking, executive orders, and lawmaking. Executive orders can be much faster than administrative changes and rulemaking because it has to pass through both houses of Congress and not get filibustered. What can be done through administrative changes and rulemaking, he said, noting that these are the easiest but very ephemeral. Recognizing the temporary nature of executive orders, he stated that they live and die by the administration. So if this administration is out of office, it can be revoked. So what he probably wants to do is get some executive orders in there first, and then while those are there, get the administrative changes and rulemaking in. Lawmaking, described as the hardest but most permanent, is essential for creating lasting impact. So like I said, administrative executive orders first, and then that leads into lawmaking, whereas those executive orders won't be needed anymore. The hope is to figure out a consolidated package of the three to make America the best place in the world for crypto companies. Obviously, he wants looser regulations. So, I mean, looser regulations are obviously going to stir more into meme coins and stuff like that, but they're also going to let projects like Cardano itself grow. Obviously, these will all benefit Cardano as well as a lot more of the crypto industry. The Cardano founder highlighted several critical areas that need addressing, including taxation, custody standards, consumer protection, and asset classification. In terms of like taxation, they just really need to make it like taxes on cash out, because I think that's what a lot of people do anyways. And I know for a fact that a lot of accountants basically just tell their clients to actually do that. And even though you're supposed to tax on transaction, it's really hard to keep up with that, especially if you do DeFi and stuff. So a lot of people I know do actually like report on cash out. And generally the IRS, as long as you make a good effort and get pretty close to what you actually owe, they won't come after you if you're not making like, tens or hundreds of millions of dollars. He stressed the necessity of a Bill of Rights for crypto, advocating for the support and defense of non-custodial wallets. That's very important. I mean, there's going to be a lot of KYC AML stuff. What I'm going to guess is that KYC AML is not going to be given up. That's going to be like the government's central piece that's going to be in there. So all this anonymous stuff will probably go away for the most part, as it has been like dissipating at this point. But the rest of the cryptos will probably be allowed to grow, and there won't be as many lawsuits. Addressing regulatory overreach, Hodgkinson called for resolving issues with the SEC so we can get the SEC out of this insanity that we've seen the last few years and the regulation through enforcement to come to an end. That's probably going to go away as soon as Gary Gensler leaves. The next head of the SEC, if it's indeed Brian Brooks, is probably going to be a lot more friendly. In a move towards industry unity, Hodgkinson has reached out to other crypto leaders. I had a wonderful phone call with Brad Garlinghouse from the Ripple community. He's revealed he's a good CEO. He's a good guy too. I've known him for years, and it feels good to be back on the same team. He also is in the process of connecting with Layman Bard, co-founder and chief scientist of Hedera Hashgraph. We're right now in the process of getting a call set up. We've been going back and forth, and secretaries are working with each other. I don't know why you can't just pick up the phone and call them. If I want to like call someone, I just pick up the phone and call them. They have to like get all their secretaries and do all this stuff. I guess it's way more administrative because these are founders of big projects. But still, Hodgkinson expressed confidence in the current political climate. The House, the Senate, and the presidency are unified in wanting to get crypto policy passed that cleans up this mess, he noted. With elections concluded, he believes there's an opportunity for decisive action. Whether you like them or not, they've got to lead and they've got to get stuff done. And I definitely think they will. I think a lot of the roadblocks will be out of the way. Elizabeth Warren herself doesn't have enough influence to really like tilt it, and she won't be able to convince any Republican colleagues. And on the issue of crypto, a lot of the Democratic people are going to be bought out by like Fair Shake and crypto policy as well, or crypto super PACs. So they're going to vote along with the Republicans. So I do think they'll actually have like enough of a majority where if someone wants to filibuster one of these crypto rules, I think enough Democrats will vote for Republicans to actually override that filibuster. So a lot of the roadblocks in the way of crypto will probably just be taken down very, very soon. And of course, that's going to be very good for crypto businesses. So yes, Charles is looking at probably like, I think his 3-step plan involves like immediate executive orders by Donald Trump. And then while those orders are actually active, getting some policies passed that will be much more longer lasting by the House and the Senate, and having the Democratic votes in addition to the Republican votes in order to actually bypass any known filibusters. And it does require 2/3 majority, but I think like the Republicans have majority in both houses. Plus, I think like, of the House, at least last time, there was 60 to 70 Democrats that sided with Republicans to actually get the crypto stuff passed. And I think because of Fair Shake in the elections, there's probably even more Democrats on that side now. So I think they've basically got this thing pretty buttoned up. So that's like kind of Charles's plan. He's in high level talks. So it's going to be really good for crypto, but especially really good for Cardano. So let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. That's the news, and I will see you guys later.